For your health and wellness needs, visit alsherbs.com, alsherbs.com, because your health is your wealth. For all your tech support needs, visit ASCS Technical Services at ASCSTS.com. We have on-site service as well as remote support options. Check out brokegeniuses.com. Stay in the know. Order some of our latest merchandise as well as use our financial tools to help you on your daily financial journey.
I am not a financial expert, trader, professional trader. I have no fiduciary responsibilities towards anyone. If you are expecting to get trading advice, please consult a stockbroker, someone that has a stockbroker's license and that is binded by fiduciary responsibilities. And my strong opinion, do not trade any stocks with money that you need right now for cost of living expenses, such as your rent, mortgage, car payments, credit card bills, debt payments, anything of such, because that is what I call scared money. Do not trade with scared money. And please do your own due diligence. What's going on? This is the Broke Genius. This is Tech Tuesdays. We're going to be talking about some fitness companies as well as fitness. I pretty much promote basically health. I mean, I do believe your health is your wealth. A lot of times, what's good about having a whole bunch of money, whole bunch of items or whatever, when you're sick as a dog? One of my reasons that I've gotten so many subscribers and a lot of people that signed up to listen to what I'm talking about was basically because of health. A lot of the videos that I've done well with as far as my content, it was based off of something about health. So I'm not necessarily a health nut, but I am very much into health. I know quite a bit about different ways on how to become more healthy. I have a lot of not quote unquote secrets, but I have a lot of things that I know that most people don't know about health as far as natural healing and whatnot. Now, I got a couple companies that I want to talk about, and I'm gonna try to combine what I missed yesterday with basically with this fitness topic. And basically let me see, because there's another company that I wanted to talk about, Vitamin Shop. So yeah, I will put them in because I just wanted to confirm that they were publicly traded. So we'll talk about Vitamin Shop too. So we'll add that one to the mix. So basically I'm going to talk about a couple companies that are public companies, and I will talk about fitness as well, because basically I need to be as healthy as I possibly can. because I just think that one, for me to be here for my children, because one thing I kind of feel guilty about starting my journey to be a father very late. I'm pretty much the old father where with young kids. You know, my children are younger than, pretty much the age of 10, while most of the people I went to high school with, even college with, their children are already in college or grown adults, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely I don't want to be that old guy um that can't keep up with his children. I need to be healthy. And then my aspirations towards the future, pretty much, um, I need to be as healthy as I possibly can, because I will, a lot of the things that I plan on doing will demand me to be my most healthiest self uh, possible. Okay. So if you do need to, a little boost in your life, you're having problems, trouble sleeping, having problems with high blood pressure, having problems with whatever you're having problems with. Basically, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to my website, alsherbs.com. I sell everything that is on my website, and I'm constantly adding new things. So I'm thinking about, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add some coffee. Just gonna start selling coffee beans, because basically what I found out is I'm drinking more coffee every day. I'm drinking iced coffee, and it's helping me uh, a lot, basically. So that was my rant, but that is not part of, well, it's not really what I'm talking about. Is just, just overall health. I'm actually talking about certain companies. Okay. So the first company that I'm going to be talking about is Planet Fitness. Okay. Planet Fitness, I've never joined Planet Fitness. Okay. I see them everywhere. Now, if you've joined Planet Fitness, I would definitely love your input. But one thing that I like about Planet Fitness is, from what I see, is very, very cheap. I think their memberships are like $10 a month or something like that. And the gym that I do go to, that I'm a member of, is LA Fitness. Okay, LA Fitness is private. Planet Fitness is public. Okay, so that's the purple gym basically. Their logo is like purple. Their workout equipment, as far as I can see, is all purple. Okay, so it pretty much they are gonna open up a window, and I'm gonna take a look at Planet Fitness. I hopefully my actual screen is not blurry. And I've already gave the addendum as far as, what I said about being a financial expert. I am not a financial expert or stocks trading expert of any kind. I have no fiduciary responsibilities. I already made that addendum, so I'm not going to go any further. Now, I'm going to be talking, I'm going to take a look at Planet Fitness as a company, as well as stocks. So, not to be, just to give, I know the markets are down. I was going to talk about that yesterday. I was thinking about what I was going to talk about as far as why the markets are down and everything. And, the market's kind of rocky because, see, the thing is that a lot of times, if you look out into the world, if you look into the world and you could see kind of maybe what's going on, you could just be like, all right. the market's probably going to be down today because it's just too much bad news, too much going on. And I've said it briefly, but if you're on that journey to be a trader, to be a professional trader, or just make money off of the market, you want to make the transition to not just be a buyer of stocks and just waiting for them to just go up. You want to be able to make money off of stocks when they go down, because a lot of times there's just as much, or if not more, down market days than there are up. See, that's why these guys, you see them driving their little nice little cars, or living in their little, quaint, nice subdivisions or whatever, and they got a little smirk on their face. And these guys that are traders with that smirk, that what they got is they know how to they know the options game. Okay, they know they have option strategies, and option strategies and just options itself, it separates basically the teenagers from the men. You going to have to one time or another get into options if you want to separate yourself from being that just guy that just made a little bit of money, $100,000, maybe even a million, to get up to where you're making millions and millions of dollars. You're gonna have to learn options. All of the big boys, they mess with options. Okay. I am trying to tackle options myself. The thing about options, the way I want to trade is, one thing that I see, options do require more capital than normal. Now, like I said, that is something that I myself am trying to get into as well. But all that aside, back to Planet Fitness, we're gonna look at this company as far as their chart. I'm just gonna go with the 1 year. So March 16th was with their biggest drop. Their biggest drop was looks like it was at $27.54 back in March 18th, 2020. The low says it was actually at $23.77. So as you can see, if you just basically had the concept of an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old, you would have made some money. People would be like, I don't mess with stocks, and I don't really bother with it, and blah blah blah. The thing about it is, and I'm going to talk about the fitness aspect as far as things is concerned too, but the thing about actually why I primarily like stocks, and I also like real estate. I actually like them both. I actually like stocks more than I do real estate, actually. But I like real estate as well. Now, back to the 8-year-old, basically logic, or 10-year-old logic. What's quite interesting is, if you had that 8, 9, 10-year-old logic, that basically you just be like, well, mommy, I mean, everybody's probably gonna have to go to the gym because they're eating too much snacks, and I know everybody's not gonna want to be fat like you, mommy. What did you say, boy? I mean, that just 10-year-old logic, as you can see here, would have just paid off. It would have, have to wait a while, but that logic would have paid off. So it dipped, probably during the pandemic. It dipped pretty deep, and as you see, it's gone up. Okay, you would have pretty much doubled your money, actually, because basically Bought in at that day, the low at $23.77 is now trading at $63.92. Okay. And here's the thing. Here's the beautiful thing. This is one of the reasons why I do this. Like I said, I've never um gotten a membership at Planet Fitness. Primarily the reason why I don't like Planet Fitness is because I like to enjoy other amenities that I'm willing to pay for, such as a jacuzzi, such as a swimming pool. I know a lot of black people don't know how to swim. I had problems swimming too because I had to get out of Navy boot camp, and yeah, I was struggling a little bit, but I do actually know how to swim. So I like basketball. I like playing basketball. Matter of fact, I can't stand that I can't play basketball. Now, I don't want to catch nothing, but I just miss playing basketball. I miss being able to shoot a three over somebody and you know talk a little crap. I miss being able to try to slam dunk on somebody or even showing all my high school buddies. Like the last time, like I didn't even take a video, but I was like 30, like 3 years ago. I got up and I slammed dunk. So now being 40, I can't wait to just take a video, show me still slam dunking, been slam dunking since I was probably like 15, 16 years old, and I'm still able to get up. Like, I like that. Like, I mean, basketball at one time, that was how I was able to stay skinny, stay in shape. It's like effortlessly for me to do it. When I'm playing basketball, it does not feel like, I mean, other than when I'm out of shape, if I've not played in a long time. Like that first like week of like playing basketball again is definitely no joke. But I love playing basketball because I can work out. It's a very high intense workout too. And it does not feel like I'm working out. Now I like other sports too. I actually like playing soccer too. But the thing is that Planet Fitness does not have, as far as I know, a basketball court, a jacuzzi, a swimming pool. They just got the workout equipment. That's it. That's all, as far as I know. They probably got showers, I would say, locker rooms, of course, but that's about it. But it works out for them. Everybody ain't like me, all right? Everybody is cool. Most people are cool with just workout equipment. Now, if that was the case, yeah, I don't mind workout equipment either, but I prefer to join gyms that have actual, other amenities like, punching bag. I mean, I think they got a punching bag, but like just like, basketball, other, like I said, rock climbing walls, uh, pool, stuff like that. And that's kind of what I really like. I mean, honestly, I don't know if it's national, but really my favorite gym is Export Fitness. Export Fitness is in the Chicagoland area. Anybody that's in the Chicagoland area already know what I'm talking about. But one thing I like about Export Fitness is it's actually 24 hours. So it does not shut down now because of the pandemic. I'm pretty sure things have changed, but pre-pandemic, Export Fitness was 24 hours. 1 o'clock in the morning, man, you could be shooting basketball hoops. You could 12 o'clock at night, you could be shooting basketball hoops. You could be in the jacuzzi, man, relaxing after you got off a night shift or whatever. You might not be able to sleep. All right, you go work out a little bit. Come back home. Lay down. You know what I'm saying? That's like one of my favorite gyms. But Planet Fitness is working out for them, like I said. Now, they have, pretty much it's a couple stories on them, but I Yeah, we'll try to read this one because I just want to give a snapshot because I really don't know that much about uh Planet Fitness. So what we'll do is we'll just I'll just pull up their report on Yahoo Finance. So they traded today $4.60. Okay. So they're up 7% as of late. Like I said, they had a low of $23.77, and they actually had a high. Their highest high is $88.77. So that would have been like, yeah, that would have been like pretty much not only three times but four times your money if you would have gotten that highest high and got out. Now they as you can see this article here from Zacks, they beat earnings. Okay, so they beat their actual earnings um for basically the quarter. So they're doing pretty good. It's working out for them. What they're offering is working out for them, and they actually, as I could see, they're offering um I guess today, basically, if you show that you have voted, you get a free workout, and then they also looks like they do hydro massages. So that's quite interesting. Okay, very very interesting, I must say. So that is Planet Fitness. Now, what I will go back to, I will talk about another company. So let me see here. We go back and we're going to talk about Fitbit. Now, Fitbit is something that I myself use, and I'll talk to you briefly about why I use it. So, the reason why I use Fitbit is because they have not only can you tell time, and then they have other apps and stuff like that. So one thing about the reason I have this Fitbit is because I want to find out what my heart rate is. Okay. I want to monitor my heart. So Fitbit has, basically hardware for that. So basically I have a Fitbit I bought for my birthday, and it actually is quite well with my health goals because my tracking my heart rate kind of helps me find out what's going on, how's my blood flow. It helps me keep things regular, and with this Fitbit you can do all kind of things. You can monitor your sleep, monitor your exercises, how far you travel. You could do quite a bit with it. And they have various different devices. They have some that, are low cost, and as well as some that are, quite expensive that you probably can make phone calls with and all kind of things. And then not to mention, they also have devices that you can basically, like, for example, you can get a Samsung and you can integrate it with the Fitbit app. They have cross-platform devices that is integrated with Fitbit software. So we're gonna take a look at Fitbit itself, the company. We're gonna excuse me, we're gonna see what's going on with them. Okay, as you can see, what's going on with them is Google is buying them out. See, this goes back to what I like about doing these videos. When I present, I learn in the process. Had I not done this presentation, I would have not known this. Okay. So they actually are in talks and in works to sell to Google. Okay. All right. I just mentioned Samsung and how they pretty much have basically integrated basically their actual software to Samsung wearables and also Apple watches. Okay, so they not only have that, and they also have their own devices as well. Google is like, we got $1 trillion company, $1 trillion company. We can buy you. How much are you? I want to buy you. And they're working on buying Fitbit. So you get inside information here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm getting inside information, presenting this information to you. So you get in there fresh hot off the presses. Okay. So now it's your job to take it from there. I'm giving you the alley oop, on this. Now, let's just talk about this for a second. Why is all of this important? Why is this important? Because your health is your wealth. Your health is definitely, what's driving you to live another day, to live healthy, to be the strongest person you could possibly be. These companies, their business, their niche business is to supply you tech to help you with those health goals. So that is very, very unique. A lot of one of the other things that Fitbit does with their wearables is it tracks your weight. So you can put in every day or whenever you want to put in your weight, you could track it weekly or daily or whatever. And you could actually put in your weight loss and track your weight loss journey, and as well as share it on social media or whatever the case may be. You get like badges for whatever you've accomplished, and you can share that on social media, or you can share it to your friends, however you want to share it. And Google is smart. Google has a lot of smart people behind them, and they're like, you know what? We can add this to our portfolio. So with all other companies that we have, such as like Nest, we can add Fitbit to it. And to be honest with you, it makes very good sense. Because Google, one thing about Google that they have the power to do, they have the power to take certain devices or companies and then just basically put all of their rock star engineers and developers together and all of their other employees that they have on their staff and basically make the company more robust and better than run it better than the basically the current people that are running the company. You know, that's what the power that Google does. That's why I'm talking to you, because Google bought YouTube a long, long time ago, and the rest is here history. The money that they paid for YouTube, um, it was nothing compared to what profits they made off of YouTube. Okay, it was like basically a 1+1 um, decision. It was basically a first grade decision. to buy it, and it made very much, good sense to buy it, and the rest is history. Fitbit to me, I'm not saying that to be honest, to me it's a one plus one um idea. And in case you don't know what I mean by one plus one, is like pretty much you don't really need that much uh freaking explanation to buy it. It's already pretty much just makes sense to buy it because it's a valuable company. uh just getting the right price for it is just more of the uh situation, in my opinion, than actually trying to figure out, dang, how should I buy it? Coming up with some long dissertation of why should I buy it. Fitbit, it's not one of those companies that you got to come up with a long dissertation on how to buy it. That's why they made an offer to buy it. And Google is at the point where they're negotiating the price. They're just trying to get the right price for it, but the actually fact of actually doing it, in my opinion, is just a one plus one situation. It's a one plus one logic. You basically put one together with one and you get two. It's very very first grade, second grade logic. Like, hey Timmy, do you think I should buy Fitbit? Yeah, Daddy, buy it. It makes perfect sense. I mean, that is basically like how I look at it as far as actually buying Fitbit. It's just very simplistic, logic involved in that. Now, Peloton, Peloton Interactive. Peloton, in case you didn't know, unless you were sleeping under a rock, Peloton is one of those companies where they got the little bikes, and you're in the bike, and then it's got the little TV little thing on the front, the little monitor, and you can like play all kind of different things, and you can like be in a bike class with a whole bunch of people that are also on their bike. Pretty cool tech, kind of expensive. It is costly. It's not something that probably the average person can afford, because I think their bikes are like $1,500 to something, like they got like all kind of different price ranges. So they pretty much have a niche part market. It's a kind of unique idea. But their their actual company value, to me, it's a little bit more complicated, because here's the thing. When it comes to exercise, and even myself, their stock is doing very very well since they IPO'd. They IPO'd in 2019. Okay, and it's doing relatively well. In my opinion, it might be overpriced, but I don't know. I don't know for sure, because the thing about it is, here's the little tidbit that I'm gonna say about. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna basically, what's going on, Soul Shader. So here's the thing about Peloton that's going for them. That's why they, in my opinion, they took off as much as they did. This is my opinion with Peloton. So Peloton, what's going for them is just like I mentioned with Zoom, just like I mentioned with DocuSign, with Wayfair, with if I think I said Zoom, yeah. What's another one that is pretty reliant on the fact that a lot of people are remote, a lot of people are not going different places. Basically, I don't, Zoom pretty much. Okay, it's just the Zoom effect. The basically relying on tech to basically do things that you can't do before, right? Like go to the gym, okay? Because at one time you couldn't even go to the damn gym, okay? I believe yeah. I don't know, but I think the gym was an issue at one point, okay? Now with Peloton, why they took off, obviously. Let me go talk about. Let me show some of their devices, okay, to get you a little idea of what they're about. Let me see here. So I'll just go with this one. So the thing about it is, if you can't go to the gym, you got something like this. Well, this is actually one of their competitors. They're showing their competitors NordicTrack. Okay. So that I'm not necessarily talking about NordicTrack, but you could actually kind of look at what NordicTrack did and kind of go there. But this is one of their bikes here, okay? And it keeps going to the same damn freaking article. They must have paid the hell out of Google Ads. Okay, no, this is well, I'm gonna look at this site because it looks like a pretty cool site, but I'll keep that up, but I'll look back at that later. But this is one of their bikes, okay? This is one of their bikes. You see, it has the little monitor, interactive monitor on there, touchscreen. You know, um, this is how they made their money. Can't go to the gym. A lot of people have fears of being a fat tubble artist. Okay, a lot of women, they really have a fear that they're gonna come back to their office and all of their friends are gonna laugh at them. Okay, so because they ate too many snacks, literally, that's just how women think. Guys, we don't care as long as you got a whole bunch of women. That's the trade-off. Like, but with women, it's all look and so on and so forth, right? So we're gonna look at some of their products, see what's what. Don't really see any prices. A lot of companies hide their prices, make you work for it. Don't particularly like that, but let's just go back to Google Shopping. We'll just go there. So as you can see, you know, I don't know. I guess this is a price drop. It was $2,495. So I'm giving free advertising here. So they got a bike for $700, maybe one of their refurbished bikes or something like that. But as you can see, their basic model that they sell is $1,800. So this is about how much, and then their treadmill is like $4,000. Okay, so they got competitors that are offering something NordicTrack. Well, they keep coming up. I don't know if NordicTrack is public. Let me see if they're you know they have any you know skin in the game that I could see. I mean, they definitely have skin in the game, but as it looks like they're not. Um, they're a private company. I think I looked at them before, but yeah, NordicTrack is private. Peloton is public. So with that said, Peloton obviously made their buck by being this option that you can use for stay-at-home fitness. Okay. Now let's go back let's go back a little bit to their stock and kind of see what's going on. Let's get out of this images. Okay. So we're gonna go to the 1 year. I mean, as you can see, you would have made a good amount of money if you would have bought in, if you just basically use that same logic. Same logic applies. You know, I think they're gonna be working out, mommy. I think you would probably want to buy this one, and I'm speaking in the voice of an 8-year-old, because basically people are not gonna be able to go work out, right, mommy? I mean, 8-year-old logic, okay? Not gonna be able to go to gym. A lot of people ain't gonna even want to go to the gym. They're gonna use devices like this to basically, not have to go back to the office and have all of their coworkers laughing at them. And it's the funny thing is that they probably won't be laughing at them, you know, or even making any comments. Maybe one or two people will make some comments, but that's just some things that, like, that's just the minds of women. That's one of the things that they fear. And not all women, but it's just, that's one of those things. And you have women that are very staunch on fitness and stuff like that, meeting fitness goals and all that. So yeah, they wanted an option that they could stay home with. This was the latest and greatest wave, but here's where the broke genius sees the pullback. As you can see, there is a little pullback. You see the mountain created right there at the very end. Okay, the little slope. The slope is basically what happens when the gyms open back up. Do you need a Peloton subscription? Do you need a Peloton bike? Is that necessary? This is why when analysts, and I'm talking about professional analysts, say a stock is overvalued, a lot of companies are overvalued because of this black swan event, i.e., coronavirus, aka COVID-19. A lot of things are up because that's just the way the world went. I have to, in my opinion, say that when I think of kind of workout tech, such as a bike, a treadmill, what typically happens to those devices? People get lazy, they get bored, they forget, they change their minds, they move on to other things. And then what happens? That $1,000, $2,000 treadmill, it becomes this dusty item that sits over in the garage or sits in the basement. When I think of things, right, I think of the good and the bad. The bad is that traditionally happens to workout equipment. It gets old and dusty, and then it goes to uh, those used workout equipment stores, such as like Play It Again Sports. Uh, you try to sell it on Craigslist or OfferUp or eBay as a local pickup, or you just some people. I don't know how many times it's rare, but it happens. And then I'm like, damn, I have nowhere to put this damn thing, but I will take it. You see a workout bike on the freaking corner, waiting for the garbage to pick it up. But basically, they're gonna beat the garbage man. Somebody in a truck, in a pickup truck, gonna pick up that bike, pick up that treadmill, and haul it off for scrap or whatever. Because they just don't use it anymore. You have to say it doesn't even matter that it's all fancy, it's got the screen. Um, People have habits that don't really they're very consistent with their habits. People's habits are their habits. And unfortunately, one thing about me is I do pay attention to people's habits because I have similar habits myself. And one of those habits is, basically getting off of your workout regimen, not really wanting to work out, not wanting to do certain things for whatever reason, then not wanting to use the equipment equals not paying that subscription for Peloton, not using the bike for Peloton, and then other users not buying the bike at Peloton. Because it's like when you're able to go to the gym, what do you need a bike for? That's worth $2,000, $3,000, and this, subscription is $40 a month or whatever the price is a month. You don't need it. You just eventually you won't need it because if it, only people that probably will is the people that what don't really feel comfortable coming around people because there's a pandemic. Okay, so the Peloton probably is the best option for them. Where the other people that are okay with going back to the gym with the proper protocols and everything, I mean, are they going to need Peloton still too? So you see this dip off, and I've noticed this. Everything I'm trying to tell you now is thoughts that I had months ago that I'm just bringing out because it was thoughts when I was looking to buy. All the times I was looking for opportunities to buy, certain positions, stock positions. Peloton is something I heard about. It was something that was on the talks when I watched CNBC. They were talking about Peloton. Okay, so I had to ask myself, self, what happens to these workout equipments after so many times? What typically happens? And self said basically what typically happens is what typically happens. A lot of users, they put the bike off to the side in the corner, it collects dust, spider webs, and then they just basically not into it. It's like a toy, an expensive toy that you just stop using. And that's where Peloton as a company has to get creative and actually, just kind of like scale to whatever they got and try to, basically find a way to grow, you know. But I'd have to say that's the only thing that I can really say. What are they gonna do about people losing interest? Because that's basically the root of it. What I'm saying is people typically lose interest with certain workout equipment. Okay, so uh let me go to the other fitness company. So Shader says eventually people won't be able to get around with tech, and I can see a future of people not knowing how to drive anymore. And all while I was talking, I didn't even show you Peloton. So I, basically when I was showing you the ridge is right there. Okay, let me yeah, the ridge is definitely right there. As you can see, Peloton, it definitely climbed very, very high. Okay, but it's starting to drop off. Okay, it peaked at $139. Its low for the year was $17. So you'd have made pretty good money with this one. You'd have made $100 for every share that you bought for that $17 price. You'd have made a whole bunch of money. But the years and years that I've listened to many content creators on YouTube, one of the most notable ones, BGS Ipmore, he said, basically, he said something in the terms of stocks sell the truth, not the lie. Okay. So what is the truth? The truth is, yeah, people definitely needed a whole bunch of basically an option to work out at home because people were at home. Peloton was the option. Okay. And basically now that people are not confined to work, okay, they're not confined to work. I mean at work at home. They're not confined to basically have to not go to the gym when the gyms are open for the most part, depending on where you are. Okay. Some of the lies that I probably hear is like basically that this is just going to be just the best thing since sliced bread and up and up and up. I'm not necessarily convinced on that. Yeah, I'm convinced on the idea to mommy to buy the stock a year ago, but I never said hold the stock, mommy. I said buy it. Okay. But okay, as far as holding it forever and ever and ever, um, I don't know. I can't necessarily say that. I mean, with like I said, when people put stuff off in the corner and it collects spider webs and dust, you know, people do that with workout equipment. That's just what I've seen. I've been on this earth quite a long time. I've seen that behavior. That's typically the consumer behavior for workout equipment. Okay, so I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look out on that. I'm definitely gonna be looking out for that. So yeah. So yeah, with that being said, we're gonna move to the other one, Vitamin Shop. Vitamin Shop is a publicly traded company. Um they have a pretty good market share of the natural healing herbs business, supplement business, so on and so forth. And they're owned by a company called the Franchise Group. Okay. Um, they're a subsidiary of the financial group. I mean, of the franchise group. Okay. So their actual stock franchise group is let me show that. I mean, everybody pretty much knows what Vitamin Shop is. That's no secret. Um, I mean, they did very well from the pandemic as well. The low is 575. The high is 28, and it's still at 24.99. They were up 75 cents today. So yeah, I mean, Vitamin Shop, I would say probably has something to do with that. They have quite a bit of other companies that you're gonna look into, but Vitamin Shop, what they allow or what they provide is basically, and they're the last company on my list. So pretty much, they offer you know herbs and different supplements and stuff like that, and different natural healing alternatives. Basically the natural health and wellness market. Basically, they got a pretty sizable share of it. You know, when I was thinking of starting my herbs business, I definitely had Vitamin Shop on my mind. You know, because they're a behemoth in that market. They're pretty big. Okay, but yeah, I mean, your health definitely is your wealth. I just had to. I was trying to basically talk about different things. Now I know Vitamin Shop does not have anything to do with tech. I just had to throw them out there because I just had to, and then that was pretty much it. But all right, so now y'all want to get X-rated talking about sex toys and stuff like that. Okay, so sex toys out of what equipment? I don't get what equipment you talking about. But yeah, so your aunt has a dildo. Okay. You would be surprised what your aunt has. But yeah, I really don't know. I've heard people talking about sex toys. I don't know anything about that, man. I really I don't know what that market. Maybe I'll do that. Do a video about that. Do some research. Man, y'all had to pay me. Y'all had to give me. I need at least $10 to do a video on the sex toy industry. Like I ain't really interested in that. You know what I'm saying? I would have to get paid for my work. Like I ain't about to basically get into sex toys. Oh, you talking about she got workout equipment that is collecting dust. Yeah, man, I see that so much in my life. Like I've seen that so many times where people just get workout equipment and then they just don't use it no more. Cause the thing is, this is how it works, and it works the same way in my brain too. So typically, what happens? The human mind it wants ease and comfort. The human mind naturally wants ease and comfort. So, but it also the human mind and what your eyes see when you looking at yourself and you're a fat person, or you like not your best self, you also want to be your best self because your eyes are seeing things, and you see yourself in a mirror and you see that you got all of this fat and all of this stuff, and you not your best self, you want to be your best self. So you go try to work out, and then you work out and you work out, and you got some type of consistency going. Then the mind goes back to being like, damn, man, I'm tired, man. I want to be eased and comforted. Come on, eat that cheeseburger, eat that donut, and have some milk with it too, by the way. And yeah, just go to sleep. Forget working out. I don't want to work out, buddy. I just want to watch TV and eat bonbons and eat donuts. I don't want to work out. Don't you want to feel good, bro? Don't you want to feel good, bro? Um, bitch. let's watch this. Let's watch. Let's watch Love and Basketball, like the good old days, and eat ice cream and cookies. You know what I'm saying? That's what the brain does, right? So when the brain does that, you just get settled in. Kind of like your brain is like a crack dealer. It's like, man, you want to smoke this crack, man. You know you want to smoke this crack. Come on, smoke this crack, man. So you get eased into your, brain's advice. And then maybe you'll have the other side of your brain. And it's like, man, this ain't gonna work out for you, isn't? This not gonna work out. But you still go and do it. But typically people just get eased into comfort of not working out, and then they start working out, and then that exercise equipment get old and dusty. If you probably walk through her house and then asked her, hey, can I have this bike? Can I have this treadmill? She'll probably be like, yeah, go on, take it, man. Ain't doing nothing but just sitting here. I mean, that's typically how that goes, man. So when I thought about that, and I was like, thinking of Peloton, I'm like, man, I know where this stuff goes. I don't care how fancy it is or how much technology is in it. I mean, people's habits are their habits. I the only difference between me is in a financial analyst at UBS is I just ain't got hired at UBS. But I got enough knowledge and insight to understand that. I mean, that's just basic, just common understanding. That and I ain't passed the Series 7 or anything like that. I'm pretty sure I could pass all that stuff. I don't know if it's gonna be easy. I don't think it's gonna be that hard because a lot of that stuff I already know. Series 7 certificate is just kind of basic financial understanding of commodities, stocks, bonds, mutual funds. It's not advanced. You have advanced certificates, like not quite sure, but they have quite a few different stock certificates of like investment that you can pass, and then you can be, certain things like a financial analyst or commodities broker or whatever. You got to pass all of these like tests or series exams, and some of them I'm quite sure are very very difficult to pass. But the Series 7 is very basic. It's not very advanced. But right, yeah. I mean, yeah, they can't after you done bought the device, you done bought a treadmill for 4 grand. It's got the little nice little screen in it. You probably I don't know if you could like, go on the internet with it or something or do anything because I'm kind of a little freaky too, man. I'll probably be running and then I'll be watching I'll be watching Pornhub on it while I'm working out. But I mean, yeah, they done had it for like 6, 7 months, 12 months, and then it's well past the warranty phase, and they done had it probably 2, 3 years, and then they stopped working out because they pinched a nerve or they legs started hurting or something like that. They might have fell down or something. Then they stopped working out, and then maybe they worked out a little bit more, maybe like, a couple times they kind of tried it a little bit, then they eventually probably on day 4, I mean year 4, they completely stopped working out. So they probably done pay for their extended warranty. It's lapsed. The manufacturer's warranty lapsed. Um, they can't be like, hey, Peloton, man, I want my money back, man. Nah, they well past all that. So they ain't necessarily probably got no problems with that, but they might have a return department problem too. But after the person actually has the device for years, and then completed the life cycle, yeah, they can't return it back to the company. No, becomes on the used market or whatever they want to do with it. But I mean, prime example is that basically workout equipment, if you look at workout equipment itself, it's expensive anyways. The standard bike is about, it's not cheap. It's like 3 or 4, 500, $600. They got bikes that are not necessarily Peloton. I mean, I showed what NordicTrack sells, and NordicTrack is like trying to compete with them so bad, like it hurts. And their bikes are expensive, and they have an option where they have a bike with a monitor on it and everything like that. So it's other workout equipment that's expensive too. So it ain't like it's just their workout equipment. When I say their, I'm talking about Peloton. It's not like just their workout equipment is just expensive and the other stuff isn't. Workout equipment in itself, treadmills, bikes, elliptical machines, they're not cheap. A lot of them cost thousands upon thousands of dollars, and it just doesn't matter. Like people, they just kind of fall off. I mean, people just like sometimes, a lot of times, just fall off. They get into a comfort zone, and then some people don't never get out of that comfort zone. They just stay there, And that comfort zone consists of not working out, not using their workout equipment, and then it just collects dust. And it don't matter they spent $2,000 for it 2-3 years ago. Don't matter. The only thing, they just probably feel a little guilty about it. But imagine like they had it for 3, 4, 5 years. They just throw it out in the garbage. They don't care. But it's really stupid because you should have just bought a car. If you spent $2,000 for some workout equipment, only to throw it away 4 or 5 years later, you'd have been better off just buying a little cheap a cheap car. Because I mean, like my car, I only spent $700 for it. I mean, you could have bought like two cars that were like, I don't know, just used cars, and just had them in a garage or somewhere. And at least you would have something that, you want necessarily, because people don't just be giving away cars like that. Sometimes it's very rare, but they'll give away a workout equipment that costs $1,000 or more, um after they can't sell it on offer up for a while. They'll just throw it out, you know versus like a car's resale value, it depending on what kind of car it is. I mean, you should be able to get at least $500 for it, because any type of running car is worth at least $500, you know or more. So it's like, yeah, with workout equipment, it's probably very hard to resell it as well. So yeah. But yeah, this is all I have with this. Like I say, man, y'all want me to do a sex toy video on the sex toy market, man. I need about $10 cash out, man, for that. I'm just not interested in that type of stuff, man. I'd have to, man, get compensated for that work. All right, y'all take it easy.